Can making wedding guests pay to attend be good for the marriage? Grab your stick, grab your drink. Let's get into this thing right now. Yes. Yes. What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know what it is. It's the Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff, man. All of my information is below. Y'all know the routine. As soon as you come into the building, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications, man. Y'all know your boy got hit with copyright for his intro, so I had to change it up a little bit. The old intro got to be dead, man. So we'll see if this one get hit or not. But had to give y'all a little bit of intro music because as the podcast grow, man, things started. People started to catch on. They say, hey, I know they over there spitting wisdom, but that's my music, so I appreciate it.
So
shout out Real Cigar K for the edit real fast because I don't know how to do that. But man, welcome in. Y'all know we got to jump right into this thing. Can making wedding guests pay? Can making wedding guests pay to attend? Be good for the marriage, man. We saw this thing. Y'all know we got to jump right in. But before I do that, y'all know I got to introduce my resident relationship expert. Let her tell y'all what she's sipping on, man, and how she gonna get into this thing tonight.
Thanks for having me back. I thought I was on the wrong podcast with the new music, but I understand. So, I had to go to an oldie but goodie. I'm drinking my rum Haven tonight.
Oh, you got okay, all right.
With my pineapple juice, and I'm not hitting at myself. It's a gnat flying around my house. So that's my business over here. If y'all see me swinging, back to you, JP.
Appreciate you coming on. Look, y'all, everybody dealing with some type of flying insect right now. I don't care where you are, bro. Down here in Florida, it's so many mosquitoes.
Yes, I probably ain't gonna kill it.
And guys, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna look. We hit them over here where we from. We won't take the easy route out of spring everywhere. We gonna come around here and find out. So I get it. Appreciate you being on that rum haven. Y'all know we're running on that rum haven and pineapple juice. Y'all know she coming raw with it now. She coming raw with it. Now, y'all gotta understand tonight. I got my Drew Estates under crown. Y'all see it, that Drew Estate under crown. Of course, I'm sipping on my bullet. For all the haters out there who don't believe them, sipping on my bullet. There y'all go right there. Got my bullet.
Serious?
Yeah, you got to show them. People like TLC watching. So, no, it's real bullet, man. So, for this topic, I had to jump into this thing because, guys, one of the things y'all gonna find is that Rhonda and I dedicate the long form content to a lot of relationship stuff and that kind of thing. And I do it because it's stuff like this that just intrigues me about how hard relationships have become. And so y'all's probably seen this already. As far as the guy on TikTok, I'm going to play it and that kind of thing. But, people, it's going to start being a trend where people are charging attendees to come to their wedding. Rhonda, when you got the topic, what's the first thing you thought?
People shouldn't be getting married. Like at the end of the day, if you're gonna charge your guests for your wedding, then you probably need to either wait to get married or don't get married at all. We didn't ask you to get married. We weren't involved in any of that. But I also go by the fact that the wedding is never for the bride and groom. It's always for the audience. You got to show the people, whoever you're inviting, you're showing them like, hey, this is what we're doing.
Hold on now. Look, now I'm going to have to stick a little pin in that right there. The wedding is for the audience, not for the couple.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, the marriage is for the couple. The wedding is for the guests.
Oh, see, I guess I never knew that. I always thought y'all were coming to be a part of our celebration of us, not the.
No. Who go home tired? Who go home tired?
It makes sense. Maybe that's why. Look, Maybe that's why I ain't been in a wedding in a while.
Oh Lord.
But it's funny you say that because I'd never heard that in all my life. I never heard that the
Yeah, the
wedding is
wedding.
for the
Yeah, the
guests.
wedding is for the guests. It's not
Okay,
for the
okay.
couple. Yeah,
Now, guys, that's a little interesting take. I wasn't expecting that because I
of
look
course.
right. I call her the resident relationship expert.
No,
She might have some real certifications over there, guys. Because I
no.
never heard that. I never heard that in my life. That,
Oh,
but
okay.
you're right. Who goes home tired? It is a lot of work and that kind of thing. But I like your take on that, Rhonda. You said don't get
Married.
you said don't get married. What I would say is you got to charge for it. Don't have a wedding. You can still get
Mm,
married, right? But if now all of a sudden, and we're gonna go over the video, guys. I got an article attached to it that we gonna just read. I got two articles we gonna go over tonight to talk about it because I think Rhonda, one of the things that got me was, damn, okay, you're charging people to come.
mhm.
That puts even more pressure on a person for the wedding. The wedding is already stressful enough,
The
right?
wedding party is already paying for their part in the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now the question is, do the wedding party expenses get absorbed so that they're getting reimbursed for the money they paid to be a part of it? Is this money covering the expenses for the people in it?
It's a lot of questions. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
a lot
Next
of
thing, next
debate.
thing I had to ask is, am I still expected to bring a gift?
No, your gift is me being there.
Right. So guys, why am I saying this to you? Am I expected to still bring a gift? So that's the reason I want to have the discussion, guys. We don't have the answers, but we do have a conversation. As I
Mm.
always say, real
Oh,
people
okay.
have a real conversation.
Everything new today.
Well, hey, I had to step it up, Rob. I had to step it up. Once I
Okay.
got coffee right, and I said, "Dog, people are actually paying attention."
I didn't know it was a song that sounded like that.
Me, look, just happened. Not a problem until last week when we did it. Shocked me.
Mm,
Like so,
okay.
but no, guys, that's a good thing, man. We want to make sure we don't violate no terms and agreements. You
Hmm.
know, we want to make sure we don't violate that. But guys, this was a good topic that we had to get into. This is an awesome topic that we had to get into because I think this is actually. Let me ask you this, Rhonda. Do you think this is going to be the norm?
Um, yeah, with the way grocery prices are, yes, I do. I do. I do. I do think
Guys,
it's gonna. I'm being funny, but I'm serious at the same
I
time.
think you. I look. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Everybody out there who getting married, everybody out here getting married, and just shaking up the pineapple juice in the pocket. I apologize, guys. We from the country.
I'm just
We
topping it
from
off. I'm just
we
topping
from the
it off.
country. She is literally a carton of pineapple juice. She over there shaking it. I apologize, guys. Getting too comfortable with y'all now. But guys, I think this is about to become the norm. I don't think I think this generation has seen so many people go into debt because of a wedding that they're going to make sure they don't start off like that, right? And if all of a sudden you got to start coming to weddings, right? And I'm gonna say this over and over. You are going to realize that ain't a whole lot of people rocking with you like that if they got to pay to be there. And if you trying to absorb your costs or the profit or to at least break even, you're gonna start looking at weddings differently and how much you spending if it's like that. But I think it's about to become the norm. But those are just some of the questions I have. Do I still got to bring a gift after I pay the money to attend?
Well, yeah, and do I like you like that to pay to
Mm.
come, or are we gonna be able to stream it since
Well,
everybody,
now if I
you know what I'm
stream it,
saying? Like,
if I stream it, do I charge for the streaming?
probably so. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm gonna have to
charge
charge
for,
for the streaming, right?
yeah, but the price though is in the venue, right? That's where the venue and the food and the DJ and all the things that go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does that include the reception?
that's
Right?
the that's
That's a good that's the whole perspective. So we know most people don't. It ain't like everybody that come to the wedding go to the reception too. So
but again,
I got some
I didn't
questions.
ask you to get married. The guests did not ask you
No,
to get married. They
I
asked
didn't ask you to
when you
have a
gonna get
wedding.
married,
I
but
didn't ask you when you were gonna have a wedding. I was
yeah.
already in the business to talk about getting married because a wedding, guys, ain't no a marriage is simple. The wedding is what's expensive. The wedding is expensive. Going to the courthouse get a document is cheap. The wedding is what starts off wrong because guess
Mhm.
what, guys? You set the bar up here so you set the bar so high up here that now your disappointment every day after that. So what I want to do, Rhonda, if you ready, let me just go over here. Let me share my screen real fast, guys. Come on over here. I got two articles I want to share. This first one gonna have a video. Let me know if you can see that, Ron.
Yes, I could see it.
Houston couple asked guests to foot the bill for a $200,000 wedding. Perhaps unsurprisingly, most associates have reportedly declined the invitation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now this is by Ariana Garcia. Okay. Weddings can be notoriously expensive these days. Some couples are forcing their guests to share the burden of paying for their big day. A Houston man identified as Hassan Ahmad, 23 by the New York Times, said he and his wife to be plan to charge each of their guests $450 per ticket to attend their wedding. While it's unclear what the fees would cover, Ahmad took the TikTok to justify the price tag, explaining that he has already spent $200,000 on the event, which covered the cake, a deposit for the venue, the wedding dress, a DJ, and a photographer. Now, Rhonda, what do you, Rhonda, that first paragraph, I already know what's going through your head. What you think about that first paragraph, Rhonda, when you look at that?
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, and I'm gonna just be real. That's irresponsible. So, if that's what you're doing, get you a house instead. Get you something. Get something. Right? Get something else.
But this is the whole point, guys. I just did the math real fast. He needs 445 people to come to this bar. Not bar, to this restaurant. Not this restaurant, to this wedding. In order to even break even, to make his money back. What kind of venue, right? This is just a deposit for the venue. For a wedding dress, a DJ, and a photographer, right?
Somebody's lying. He done inflated those prices.
Yeah, he tried. Look, that's the cost of the cake. Let's just say a good wedding cake. All right, let's just say a good wedding cake, $2,500.
Well, now, it depends on how many people everything is based off numbers. Like how many guests when it comes to wedding planning and stuff. Everything is based on the guests. And then what, maybe 10% or so above that number?
Guys, ain't no wedding in hell 450. I don't
know that many people.
I don't know that many people who want to come to my wedding. Matter of fact, I'd be worried if that many people come to my wedding.
And what about the babies? The babies gonna have to pay $450.
Well, and y'all ain't trying to sound racist. I ain't trying to sound racist, but black people always ask how much for the kids, right? Because if you go to a black family reunion, here go the adult price, here go the kid price. Assuming the kid ain't gonna eat that
80 and above for free, 12 and below.
Got to take care of the seniors, right? Yes. Perhaps unsurprisingly, most of the guests declined the invitation. This shocked and upset a man who noted that many of the guests had spent more on tickets to see Beyonce or Chris Brown. What I don't understand is y'all spend more money on.
They want to see Beyonce.
Oh yeah, Rhonda.
Who don't want to see Chris Brown? Who don't want to see Chris Brown?
I agree. He's putting his wedding on that status, which, bro, like Draymond told Paul Pierce, man, down low you like that.
Sure don't.
What I don't understand is that y'all spend more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and friends at a wedding, the groom said. He has turned off.
He don't know how Beyonce and Chris Brown and touch these people's lives, or who insert any person in that thing. We look. How many times have we seen New Edition or gone to some old school type of?
I get it, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, I thought this was his mistake when I saw this article, and that's why I'm just giving y'all a different perspective now. Because this is last name Garcia. I'm assuming this person is Hispanic, right? So she's reporting it, right?
Is that his last name? Because she should. I mean, she could be another ethnic.
That's true. That's true. She might be. I'm just making some assumptions. Y'all charge it to my head, not to my heart, right? He said he has turned off comments on his videos. Response to the clip in the form of stitches has been mostly negative, with many saying they would never pay a fee to attend a wedding. Some believe the proposition to be so outlandish they suggested he might be trolling for engagement on the platform. Now, here's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Even if he is trolling, let's remember what the topic is. Let's remember what the topic is for this podcast, right? The question is, can making wedding guests pay to attend be good for the marriage?
No.
Right? And always remember what the topic is. Now, look, you already being told, guys. You already being told that most of the people decline the invitation. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I come up with topics, or Rhonda will come up with topics, or we'll hear from people, and we'll say, "Hey, we got to talk about this on the podcast."
Mm-hmm.
So if this dude is trying to get viral, trying to go get engagement going, and that kind of thing, I can see that wholeheartedly. But I think his numbers are just off because, again, 445 people have to come at $450 a piece if he's trying to make $200,000.
I feel like in this day and age, marriage, mm, not marriage itself, but the sustainability of a marriage is not a good investment. The odds are
Mm-hmm.
against you.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So he can't justify that price. He just can't justify that price. Like they may be divorced in a year or two.
and I think that's the whole perspective. I'm gonna go there now, Brian. I'm glad you
Mm-hmm.
said that. Why am I gonna take the risk from you from staying together? Because if y'all ain't got no money in this thing, where a man's treasure is where his heart gonna be also. Well, this is telling me, man, you don't love that woman, bro. You don't love that woman, right? Because at the end of the day, if you asking somebody else to pay, when a dude getting married, just like when a dude buy a ring, he'll find the money. He gonna find the money. Y'all ain't loving each other like that. Y'all trying to run a hustle, right? Because I know if I charge somebody $450 to come see me put on the show,
Mm.
right? Because that's all it is. You paying for somebody to put on the show, especially when you gonna reference Chris Brown and Beyonce. These are two top performers of our day, right? But I'm paying
Mm.
for a DJ, Chris Brown and Beyonce live, right?
Yeah, they better have. Yeah,
You look,
they changing outfits and everything. They probably still change the outfits and stuff.
mm-hmm,
But yeah,
yeah.
they putting on. They are entertaining.
And look, here's the deal. Why am I paying for her wedding dress? Right? If I'm gonna pay this money, I need to know the experience I'm gonna get. I'm not paying money to reimburse you for y'all expenses, right? I'm putting. If I go see Chris Brown and Beyonce, I'm paying for the experience,
And you know you're gonna have one.
and you know you're gonna
Like
have
it's
one. And if it,
guaranteed. It's
yeah,
guaranteed you're
and
gonna
y'all
have
gonna
one.
go see the girl and go back with the Chris Brown meet and greet with them pictures he taking.
You better hope she go back there. Keep the relationship strong.
Yeah, fellas, just go to the bathroom while she back with the Chris Brown meet and greet.
Mm.
Now, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
All right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. So me and my fiance, we are getting married, right? And to be a part of our wedding, you have to pay $450 for a ticket, and that's for each guest. So we invited friends and family to our wedding. Tell me why everybody that we invited has declined the invitation. We already have spent 100, maybe almost close to $200,000 on the wedding. We have already pre-ordered the cake. We already put down a deposit for the venue. We've already got the wedding dress, everything. We pay for everything for the wedding, DJ, photographer, everything for the wedding. And what I don't understand is that y'all spend 400 more money on stupid stuff, but you can't come out to support your family and your friends at the wedding. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell us, like, is we wrong? Like, let me know. Let me know. Because y'all pay for tickets, Beyonce tickets, $1,000 tickets. Y'all going to meet Chris Brown for $1,000. But when it comes to your friends and your family, you can't pay the ticket. Like these weddings ain't cheap. Like the weddings ain't cheap. Like what's going on? Like I don't get it. Like let us know are we wrong for charging for a wedding. Like I really want to know.
Now, Rhonda, you seen it in real time. What you thinking so far?
He don't want to know nothing. He don't want to know a doggone thing.
If you disable the comments, right? You
Yeah.
can't
He
say let me
don't.
know if we wrong. You can't say let me know if we wrong, and you didn't
Yeah,
disable the comments.
it's like how you close us out. Rhonda and Jeff on to something, or Rhonda and Jeff, right? Like it's
Jeff and Rhonda on the side crazy.
yeah,
Okay.
and it's like who spunts anything? What is that? Like
Bro, you gotta get your English right if you go. You gotta get your
like
English right. You gonna ask me for $200,000. As a matter of fact, you gonna ask me for $450. And if I was his family and friend, well, I
yeah,
already
she
know my
had it
family and
there.
friends ain't
Yeah,
got it. And I ain't trying to demean my family and friends. But I could only imagine if I put something on. Here's my rule, guys. If I invite you somewhere, I'm paying the bill. Because if I invite you
yeah, you
somewhere,
do, you do.
if I invite you somewhere, and it's $450, I got to know your situation, right? And I don't know what you may be going through, but I don't want my wedding to put more of a burden on you, right? And guess what? Because your family don't like you like that, they probably don't like her. And her family don't like you, and her family.
It is something else to it. It's probably something that he's leaving out. Like we don't know if they've had on and off relationship and all this crap. We don't know. You don't know. Like it could be a whole bunch of
you
things.
can't compare your wedding to a Chris Brown and Beyonce party. I mean, Beyonce concert.
Especially if we don't know you.
I mean, guess what? Here's the deal. Look, family and friends. If you know your family and friends, why are you charging that much?
Because here's what like they should be getting married nowhere.
But I'm gonna go there, Ron. I'm gonna go there. All he had to say was, "Hey guys, if you're gonna come to the wedding, the only thing we want is cash or Visa gift cards."
Yeah,
that's all you gotta do, right? Because again, people don't want to have to pay that money and buy you a gift too. What's in it for me to pay
and the expenses of getting there, depending on where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm. What it also lets me know is he probably ain't got no bridesmaids or groomsmen either.
All I know is you said he turned off the comments.
Once he turned off the comments, guys, you know you're wrong.
Yes, because there's no, or he get ate up one side and down the other.
Well, that's a country euphemism, guys. That means mosquitoes eating us up out here. So, but Rhonda,
and it's mosquito season, so he get ate up one side and down the other.
I told you when she get that rum haven, it get like that. Mm-hmm. Guys, going on with the article, charging wedding guests for their attendance appears to be a growing trend. Last year, a New York City couple made headlines after it was revealed they asked their guests to spend $333 each to attend their nuptials at St. Patrick's Cathedral. Now, if y'all don't understand, that's one of the biggest Catholic churches in the heart of Manhattan. Yeah. So, they do tours and all that. One ticket allowed guest entry, which included a ride on a double-decker tour bus to sentimental landmarks around the city, including Hudson Yard, the movie theater, and a reception at One World Trade Center, according to New York Fox 5. Despite initial pushback, the couple said the wedding event was sold out. Now, guys, what do y'all think the difference is between the guy we saw on TikTok and this paragraph right here? Rhonda, what do you think the difference is?
I think it's multiple things. Plus, they showed you. Okay, they probably was white. That's number one. But I'm just saying. I'm throwing it out there.
Hold on, I can see you now.
Repeat that. They probably was white. But I think the main thing is they told them what was in that 333. Like they told them. They listed what it was. Like that's the second biggest difference.
Resident relationship expert, guys. Resident relationship expert. She loved immediately. No. Shout out, man. Look, we ain't trying to be racist up here. We ain't trying to be anything like that. But the first thing I noticed, I'm like, okay, they white. Because St. Patrick's Cathedral, double-decker tour bus. Yeah. Right? Black people don't get on tour buses like that, man. We'll walk around for free. Yeah. We know how to get to these landmarks.
We're going to walk.
And we got walk. Hudson Yard, right? A movie theater, and a reception at One World Trade Center. Okay.
And they put sentimental. They put sentimental landmarks. That maybe it was certain stages in their relationship. Mm-hmm. They made you feel a part of.
Yeah, you walking me through your relationship journey. Mm-hmm. I ain't see nothing about no cake.
Divorced in a few years.
Mm-hmm. I don't see nothing about no cake, no DJ, none of that. Right? They basically saying we want to give you a tour of New York City, but this is what it's going to cost, and it's private to us. Y'all see the difference, man? I'm glad Rhonda picked that up.
Oh, there you go.
So let me get down here. Hold on. Mm-hmm. All right. The issue of whether to charge guests has also become a topic online in wedding forums. On Reddit, one woman lamented that one of her closest friends was getting married and charging her guests $65 to attend. The fees reportedly covered food, music, decorations, and the venue. This is beyond tacky and tasteless. Weddings are not fun enough to pay an admission fee. They can be torturous. See, this is the whole point, guys. When I saw this statement, I'm like, wow, weddings are not fun enough to pay an admission fee? Right, that was crazy. Right? This lady only charged $65.
Yeah. Again, I really think it's who the pair that's getting married and what their relationship has been throughout the time they've been engaged and dating that people say comments like this.
Guys, I got to tell y'all right now. She let the fees cover the music, decorations, and the venue, right? This is the whole perspective. When you picking these things, you got to know what Rhonda said in the beginning. The wedding is for the guests. What are my guests going to want? It can't be, I'm going to pick what I want and you're going to pay for it. This is why the easiest way to fix this is to just say, just give us cash or gift cards, Visa gift cards. We don't want nothing else.
Can we go back to the 333 one?
Yes.
Because I'm sure there's no way you will see those venues for that price in New
Okay,
York.
so here's the
I'm sure that this
333.
couple probably paid, like they probably
Yes.
paid something to make the cost a little. Ain't nothing that cheap in New York.
Yeah.
I've never been to the city, but you know what I'm saying, or
No, you're
whatever.
right.
But I'm sure
You're right.
it would be more to if you went to those venues, it would be more than that.
Yeah. So what you guys,
So I think it sounds like they put more thought into it. That's all
so
I'm saying.
so the 333 is giving you an experience, sentimental landmarks around the city. Right? They know a lot of people probably, like Rhonda said, had never been to the city of New York, right? So I get the 333 because you're gonna see me on a double decker bus. You're gonna see it cost to go into St. Patrick's Cathedral if you want like a different tour.
Safe. You're gonna
be safe, right? You go to One Trade Center, One World Trade Center. It's really just a matter of the experience they're gonna give you once you get to these places. Okay. Now this lady charged $65, guys, just to kind of get some expenses reimbursed. She said, with the cost of the wedding steadily on the rise, it's likely not the last time we'll hear this debate. Per a study from the wedding planning website, the average cost of a wedding ceremony in 2023 was $35,000, an increase of $5,000 from the previous year. However, the cost of attending a wedding can also be quite expensive. Recent studies show that wedding guests spend an average of more than $600, which includes travel and accommodations, gifts, attire, and grooming. Question, would you pay to attend a wedding? Now, I wanted y'all to understand that now. Rhonda, when you see it's costing $600, right? And again, this is Ariana Garcia. She enjoys binge watching anime and film makeup tutorials in her spare time.
Oh, you know what?
And the next something, we give you a difference.
They got way too many conventions. You know how many conventions that are paid for her and her costumes? Man, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Average wedding in 2023 was $35,000. What is this deal $200,000 for?
That's a scam.
What do you? If you paying $200,000, are y'all paying off your college loans or your mortgage or something? And if you are, just say that. Hey guys, our mortgage is this. What we want is everybody's money. We just give us cash. We don't want any gifts. We don't have a registry anywhere. Pay off our house. That's what we trying to do. Or we trying to pay off our credit card bills or something like that. Rhonda, this thing got me. This thing got me. When you see that, Rhonda, and people spending $600, which typically includes travel, accommodations, gifts, attire, and grooming.
I can see that. I can see that. Because if you're in the wedding,
they ain't flying for first class anyway.
Probably not, because you got to get there. You're probably driving 9 times out of 10, but no, I can see that. Like if you think about all the weddings that you've been in, like coming up, like growing up and stuff. I don't know how much I spent for the last wedding I was in. She tried to make everything affordable, though. She tried to make everything, very doable. Like no heavy requirements. But her people were coming from all over, whether that was like Texas or Scotland. Like they were coming from all over. So you didn't have a lot of, even though the wedding venue was really nice. I'm sure that probably was the most expensive, but you're not coming overseas to stay for a few days. You're probably going to be here for a good 10 days.
At least 7.
And she had a great turnout with that.
At least 7. And guys, y'all got to understand.
And they were right.
I'm going to say this before we go to the next article. If you're going to charge people, you already better be known for putting on good events. I ain't about to pay $450 if I ain't never been to one of your events before.
Or say Beyonce will be making an appearance.
Beyonce gonna be there, right?
Like somebody
gonna be there. Who there?
Yeah.
P there, right? That's what Master P used to say, right? Which means you better have somebody there who's gonna make me
Boosie or somebody. You better have somebody there.
Now, if you got Boosie at your wedding, all right. Now hold on now.
No, right. Let me figure this thing out.
Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm coming Boosie that right, but I'm just saying, if Boosie at your wedding, we might have a little bit of it. It might be a little interesting wedding right there. But I just wanted y'all to see that. I wanted y'all to see that again. I just wanted y'all to see her name. I just wanted y'all to see her name. Ariana Garcia, Ariana Joan Crone in 2021. Previously, she was a community news and breaking news reporter for Austin American Statesman, right? Which means she was down in Texas, near University of Texas. She enjoys binge watching anime and film makeup tutorials in her spare time. I just wanted y'all to see her perspective, okay?
And that stuff ain't cheap.
All right. So now, Rhonda, what was your overall thoughts on that article?
I mean, I thought the article itself, I mean, the information was good. I just think that the situation was the tacky part. Like
Okay.
that,
Okay.
like just that. There has to be some type of wedding etiquette that there is somewhere out there, that there's a way to ask,
Oh,
for money without
I,
asking for money.
it's so funny, guys, when I saw this, because I wanted to get other people's perspective on it. Most people who look like me then already said, man, that guy tripping. Right? Like, and what you learn is nobody's attached to your wedding outside of your parents and maybe the people who are in the wedding party. Right? Outside of that, guys, everybody else just showing up to be nosy. Everybody else just showing up so they can report back to the people who can't show up. Right. And I started realizing this, in my situation, Rhonda, when I got married, Lake Tahoe, it was just a few of us, right?
You were not a good example.
Well, but it's just a few of us. It's just a few of us,
Yes,
right?
but y'all
It
know
was
y'all
like
had a
seven of
nice
us,
wedding.
7, 8. It wasn't a whole lot.
Yeah, but y'all had a nice wedding, and we had to pay nothing.
Well, that's why I was nice, guys. If they would have had to pay, I would put the stuff.
Even though I could even fit in my dress, but that's my business. But y'all had to buy 2 dresses. But no, y'all had a very nice wedding.
I guess, Rhonda, that's why I'm a little bit perplexed by this, because when you plan a wedding, you're trying to figure out, okay, how can I make it as easy for people to come? I'm not trying to make it hard for people to come, if that makes sense. So now y'all saw we had Ariana Garcia, binge watching anime. Okay. So now, here we go. And y'all know, same person, the same article. This is by Toretto. Y'all know Touré, who used to be on BT, and he for cuts. Is it okay to charge $450 to attend your wedding? No. But someone did us and went on TikTok and asked, "Am I tripping?" Yes. Right, I had to do it. I had to do it because this is Touré, guys. So all y'all are probably familiar with Touré. So I just want to go through this article around and get your perspective on it. At a wedding, you're supposed to be surrounded by love. Putting a price tag on attending it somehow cheapens the whole thing. Okay? Y'all see, this is op-ed, just like the podcast. This is for entertainment purposes only. This ain't, So this brother.
So Touré is the one who wrote the article.
Touré is the one who wrote this article about the same guy. So Ariana Garcia wrote this one that we just went over. Now I want y'all to see a different perspective. Okay? Because Ariana tried to find a positive and that kind of thing, kind of was inquisitive about it. Touré taking a different approach. Same video. He said, so this brother jumped on TikTok and said, all right, TikTok, tell me if I'm tripping or not. He said, my black dog immediately sensed that he was so, of course.
Not black dog.
He said, my black dog immediately sensed that he was, so of course I continued. Perhaps you've seen the video. It quickly went viral, but maybe you haven't, because this brother has made his account private. Apparently, he did not like the monsoon of negative responses. You can see a lot of his videos and hysterical responses to it here, and here. Okay? He said he and his fiance spent $200,000 on their wedding, and I immediately shouted at the screen, yes, y'all are tripping. Then, that's an insane amount to spend on the wedding, but that was not the thing he was asking us about. He was cool with spending more than most Americans' yearly salary on his wedding. No, his question was this. He and his fiance had told their guests that they were charging $450 per person to attend the wedding. Family and friends had to buy tickets to that love fest. No one said yes. That's the thing he was wondering about. Is it okay to charge people to attend his wedding? Now, Rhonda, what do you think about Touré's whole different approach to this thing?
No, I mean it makes sense. Yeah, cause is it okay to charge? Yeah, I get that. I can see that that's your wedding. That's what you want to do. But I also could be like, no, I'm not coming. So yeah,
I,
no, I like his perspective on it, to be honest. But yeah, that's a good way to look at it, because yeah, I think the average person would be like, yes, you are tripping.
I want culture. I want the cultures, right? I want y'all to see the cultural differences in doing this, right? And whenever I see some different responses to it, right? Touré is answering the question. Ariana was like, let's have a discussion.
Mm.
I was dying laughing when I saw this from Touré.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't know about this article.
Right? This is what I'm showing you this. The answer is yes. He is tripping. My black dog was right. A wedding is the first major thing y'all do as a couple. It's the launch point for your family. But the choices you make at your wedding communicate who you are as a couple. If you cannot plan a wedding that makes financial sense for you, then you are starting your family on the wrong foot. Everyone wants their dream wedding, but more importantly, you must be smart and honest about what you spend. It's a horrible start. It's horrible to start your married life in debt because you just had to flex at your wedding. Rhonda, come on now. What do you think about that paragraph?
Again, I like his perspective on it, because again, like I said in the beginning, the wedding is always for the guests. It's never for the bride and groom. Like, yeah, they no matter what you do, they're gonna talk about the chicken. They're gonna talk about whatever other food. They're gonna get mad if it ain't no open bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, so you're
Yeah.
gonna spend all this money just to be critiqued. And I think that is a thing culturally that we do as
Mm-hmm.
as black people. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, it's hard to celebrate each other for whatever reason um that may be. And personally, being in weddings of different races and ethnic backgrounds, there is a difference, a
Mm-hmm.
whole
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah.
I look, I can appreciate his take on this, right? I could appreciate his take on this paragraph. But guys, with social media now, that's why this is happening. If there was no such thing as social media at the level that it's at right now, because guess what? When I got married, the photographer gave us pictures. It was a flex to have your pictures downloadable online, right? That was
Mm-hmm.
like the flex at that point, right? And again, you got a DVD for your video. You got a DVD. You ain't getting this downloadable stuff, YouTube channel, all this kind of stuff. But now social media has taken everything because this guy wanted to go viral. He wanted to go viral. But here's the downside of going viral. When you go viral, you have more negative comments than positive.
Yeah.
And that's why, guys,
Unless it's a soldier coming home or something.
yeah. But guys, let me tell you this. If you have some emotional tie to this, if you got some emotional tie to this, like when I saw the One World Trade Center one, first thing I thought was, oh my God, were they living in New York when the towers got hit? That's the first thing I
Mm-hmm.
thought. Okay,
Did
and
their
they
family and members have people who perished in that,
perished in
or
it, or they were in the
like, yeah.
building and they got out, right? So all of a sudden, okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's sentimental, blah 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 blah. Well, this guy didn't give me an experience. What am I going to get for 450? Because guys, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, just from a black perspective, I don't care how much money a black person has. If you gonna charge them 450 for anything, it better be good. It better be good. They got to be able to picture themselves in your experience. Okay, that's why Ariana had her perspective. Now Touré over here telling you, yeah, bro, you tripping. We
Yeah, I'm about to
like
be real with y'all.
all right,
And
let's keep
Ariana was
going.
real in her own way. She was real in
Yes,
her own way too.
Ariana was
But
real in her own way. So the first problem is that they spent too much, assuming telling the truth, and now they're trying to pass the cost on to me. That's not cool. At most weddings, people give lavish gifts because they know you're starting your family and they want to help. That's why
mm-hmm.
registries are generally filled with things for the home. The wedding guests are launching you into a married life and helping you build your home. But there's a vast difference between giving you a gift that they want to give and people being charged a fee to enter your wedding. I don't even know how you look your family and your close friends in the face and say, y'all got to pay me a fee to come to my wedding. And by the way, guys, before I keep going, the only reason I'm reading it is for my Spotify people and my Amazon Music people who are listening to the podcast. That's why I started reading the articles on the paragraph, because if y'all listening audio based, if you're not on YouTube, you can't see the article. So, Rhonda, what do you think about that paragraph? Launching you into marriage, like the wedding guests are launching you into marriage.
But that's what it is. That's
Mm-hmm.
why in the past, when you've seen a gift registry for a wedding, a housewarming, or anything like that, you're gonna have those household items. Like, you're gonna put something probably too that you would want splurged on. But guess who will get that for you? The people you tell, like, hey, we're starting out our new lives. That's
Mm-hmm.
why
Mm-hmm.
that's why the marriage is way more important than anything you could do for the wedding.
Well, but this is where I want to go there, guys. Touré is making sense, just like Ariana made sense. Rhonda just made sense with what she said. The number one thing this guy got was, if you're asking somebody to spend $450 and you're limiting your pitch to TikTok, I don't see your wife up there, your soon-to-be wife up there with you. You look like you run the hustle, and it does look like a dare, but he doesn't realize that people are like, yeah, you asked me, were you wrong or not? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows good sales training says always end with a question, don't end with a statement. And Brad he got the answers, but realistically, he shouldn't have put his post on private. He shouldn't have put his post on private.
And don't belittle the people that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Weddings are expensive for guests. They need to acquire great fits. They probably need to rent a hotel, and not for everybody. They need to acquire great outfits for everybody who don't know what fits are. They probably need to rent a hotel room. They need to book flights, adding $450 or $900 for a couple. On top of all that, makes the wedding out of reach for many people. It is also
Mm-hmm.
probably insulting, right? It was about to go there. It makes the whole thing too much of a financial transaction rather than an expression of love. Now, later in the video, the brother actually scolded the people who said no to paying the fee, saying they would spend that
Yeah,
much on the Beyonce tickets or Chris
it's
Brown
my
meet and greet.
money. It's my
Right?
money. Yes.
It was problematic to judge people for how they spend their money. It sounds whack to say, why'd you spend it on that when you could have spent it on me? But also, if you're not providing the Renaissance World Tour level entertainment, then don't ask me why I spend that much on Bay, but not on
Mm-hmm.
you. Brother, you ain't look like Bay. You can't sing like Bay. You don't dance like Bay. So we ain't,
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about? Now, guys, Ariana Garcia was nice. So Ray just told this man he don't like Beyonce. Ray,
And
you
he
agree
and
with
he don't. Absolutely.
and don't. I thought you was and don't.
No, no.
Guys,
I'm still on
this thing
spunk.
is
I'm still on
this thing
spunk.
is so
Like,
clear.
get off of TikTok. Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell people though, if you're not known for putting on events, why am I gonna pay for the event? Right?
Yeah.
If you're like he just said, $450 or $900 for a couple just to go to a wedding. Guys, I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. But now I'm realizing why if somebody called me and tell me somebody get married, I just send money. Because if this is what it costs to go to a wedding now, that's crazy. At a wedding, you're supposed to be surrounded by love. Putting a price tag on attending it somehow cheapens the whole thing. It's not an event you can buy your way into. And I wouldn't want my wedding shaped by who could and couldn't afford the fee. That's no way to get an audience that's sending you love.
And the expectation just went from here to here. Cause now I
Expectation
got
way
to
too
see
high.
what you go. Yeah, what you doing with my money?
Yes. And for all of y'all who don't know Touré is hosting right at the Griot. He hosts the Griot TV show. All right. Masters of the Game. And he created an award-winning podcast, Being Black, the 80s, and us upcoming sequel, Being Black, the 70s. He's creating Star Stories and author 8 books, including Nothing Compares to You and an Oral History of Prince. He also hosts a podcast called The Touré Show. He's a husband and father of 2. Now, guys, I'm assuming Ariana and Touré are 2 different cultures.
Absolutely.
Now, guys, that's the whole point, right?
And
When I saw
genders, because
and genders,
even that makes a difference.
absolutely, guys. Rhonda, when you see look, man, the question is, can paying people attend to attend help the marriage. What's your take now since you've seen those 2 articles?
No, I mean, like in the beginning, no, it's not good for the marriage because that's going to be something lingering over you every anniversary. Remember how people didn't want to pay,
Mm-hmm.
or remember we got judged for charging people, like, and stuff like that. And then 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to have a few that's going to stick around and still be in your life
Mm-hmm.
that will remind you. Like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And it's like, and more importantly, y'all may not even stay together because
Look,
I
you
don't know a
already
married couple that starts off being great with their finances as far as like being where they want to be financially. A lot of them are starting out young and working towards that, and by the time they reach a certain point, they got their money together. But I think everybody starting off is working on their finances when they first get married, unless somebody, just married into something where money was already there.
right. I'm glad you made that point. Right. I'm glad you made that point. When I had the wedding, it was about what show can we, and I hate to use the word show, but I'll say the word experience. When these people show up, will it be worth their time? That was the mentality. And I have not lost that mentality since corporate America trained me how to entertain people. When people are going to show up for you, what are they going to leave saying?
Yeah,
Right?
we had a
What are
good
they?
time. I still have my Louis bag.
but let me tell you this: it's even a situation where it's any of your events. See,
Mm-hmm.
guys, you can't look if you want to do this. If you want to do this, you need to start having other events prior to people coming to your wedding. If you ain't done no events that people can attach themselves to and emotionally be attached to you, I ain't about to pay $450. Right? I ain't about to pay $450. And guess what, guys? When I see you doing the video by yourself, that's a hustle. Why are you to do? Whose family pay for? Traditionally, whose family pay for the wedding?
The guy's family.
Mm-mm.
The
Traditionally,
mother's
around the
family.
woman's
I'm sorry.
the
Yes, my
woman
bad.
the woman's family pay for
I'm
it.
thinking about the
The,
rehearsal. But yes, go
the
ahead.
man pays for the man family pay for the rehearsal dinner. The woman's family pay for the wedding. So now, why
And
is the
he's a new age.
daddy?
He's a new age guy. The
Well, he ain't go
roles
to
are
English
reversed.
class. He ain't go to English class,
The
man.
roles are reversed.
See, y'all got to understand. As soon as I saw that video and that dude was not speaking properly, all I could hear is my mama. And PB would not answer our question if we can't answer the question. If
Sure
we can't
wouldn't.
ask the question correctly, bro,
Sure
you don't
wouldn't.
do no double negatives. You don't, bro. You got to know. You got to
Sure
know
ain't.
the. Like, the moment I saw that video, I'm like, bro, I ain't paying you for 50, bro. Like you got to learn how to speak English properly first. Because what
And that was
audience
probably
you
in the
talking to?
comments. I'm sure that was in the comments
Bruh,
too.
you know he got.
Mm-hmm.
He said we done spunt. He said we done spunt. And I'm like, oh my God, bruh. You got to do something about that. But what I'm gonna say, guys, is this. My answer to the question, will it help the marriages? Yes. Because y'all ain't gonna get married. Y'all ain't
Okay.
gonna get married. See, the number one thing is if this dude was legit, let's just say he legit, and they've already paid that, and nobody said yes, right? And nobody said yes, and the problem is I ain't hearing from your fiance, bruh. If I need to see the woman asking for that. What made this video not right is that the man is asking, and don't nobody want to give to a man.
Mm-hmm.
What a fiance would run?
If
What
she
if
even exists, I don't know where
look,
she at.
I could go
Over in the corner,
that
embarrassed.
is she record
She's like, let me
run.
go over here and do my OnlyFans. Let me go.
Look, look, let me tell y'all the reason why I say this. Go back to Ariana's article. Ariana gave us a example of a woman who charged $333, or a couple who charged $333. You could tell a woman was involved in that,
Because it was
right?
thoughtful. All the plate,
It
it was
was
thoughtful.
thoughtful. It was
Mm-hmm.
thoughtful. The reason why this dude didn't connect with anybody, bro, the first thing black people gonna say is, I don't need no DJ. Oh no, bro, I don't want to eat that rubber chicken, right?
Because
Because
that's what it's gonna be.
once you start charging people, see, don't nobody complain about the chicken when the chicken free. But if you gonna start charging me,
Yeah, it's
now
got
all
to
of
be
a
up
sudden
here. Yeah, it
it's
has
got
to
to
be.
be up here.
Yeah.
It's got to be up
I mean,
here.
I even have friends if they have children and they're in a fundraising, like a fundraiser thing, and they got multiple ones throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's like certain ones they won't ask you for every one, or they're more considerate and more thoughtful of like, oh no, we just did this. Can we do a different one? Like, how
Mm-hmm.
we gonna
Mm-hmm.
ask for money here? You better give me some popcorn or something for the next one. Like,
Yes. Right. If I know you're gonna hit me for Girl Scout cookies,
that's a
right?
given, and I'm here for it.
You gonna hit me for Girl Scout cookies.
Mm-hmm.
You got to plan on, okay, where
Come with this double good popcorn, even though I'm gonna buy some.
I tell y'all, where see, we take stuff serious over here. I think, look, guys, I gotta tell y'all, if you want to charge for your wedding, I say go ahead and do it. It's great for the marriage because if nobody pays, don't get married.
No, because they gonna be like,
Everybody,
girl, why you end up marrying him? His
but but
pockets
but
already whatever.
but look, if nobody comes, y'all shouldn't be together. A wedding is a public acknowledgement of our private relationship. If nobody actually shows up, that's letting you know they don't think y'all gonna make it. Go ahead and save all. Rhonda just said it. How long is it gonna be before y'all divorce?
Mm-hmm.
Do I get my money back?
Yeah.
Do I get my money back? Why is it good for the marriage? If you can get people paying $450, matter
That's
of
at
fact,
least four babies
if you
out the marriage.
if you can get people, and I'm gonna say this, if you can get people, let's just say 150, you charge everybody 150, and you can get your venue full off 150, y'all need to get married. But if y'all can't recoup your costs, the people you send it to, quote unquote, family and friends,
Mm-hmm.
are letting you know, man, we don't love y'all like that. We don't think it's gonna work.
No, for me, it has to be a war hero who lost a limb.
Okay, that makes sense.
Give me some, yeah, like, we want to get married, or we want to have this ceremony, but he got deployed or she got deployed. Then will y'all help us?
Yeah. So let's just say the bride. Let's say the bride's father died serving the country. I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda's saying, right? So
Yeah,
now,
give me a reason. Give me something
so
good.
her family cannot. We won't get married because she don't feel like she can do the traditional thing. Okay, cool. I get all that, but I
But
think
show me
that's
the
the difference.
leg.
I
Mm-hmm.
think that you said, "Show me."
I'm just playing.
Like, oh no, I'm gonna get you sucker. When she popped out,
She popped off everything. Everything.
but guys, that's the point that we're trying to make here. If you gonna charge, that's more pressure on you. It's not you recovering your expenses. If you gonna charge, that means the expenses going up even more because now you're not running a wedding, you're running a business, which
And
means
it's
people
just
got
gonna change the narrative, right?
Mm-hmm.
You wanna talk about, you don't want the conversation of your wedding to be how much I paid. It should be like, oh man, you remember when we did this at the reception, or
Mm-hmm.
when this happened in the ceremony, or yeah, you
Yeah,
want to take away all the sweet things that it's supposed to be about as it
absolutely.
pertains to your
Absolutely.
relationship.
Now, Rhonda, give me your takeaway tonight as we get ready to get out of here.
Same as the beginning, don't get married. I know you said they should, but just don't do it. But I know society says you should. But listen to Kurt Franklin, don't do it.
Hey, look, guys, I'm gonna be a little bit more sensitive. Rhonda
Oh.
did, I told y'all when I saw the red haven, I already knew what the answer was gonna be. And when I saw her shaking up the pineapple juice to cut the rum haven even more, I knew, I knew she'd have poured too much rum haven.
I did half a glass of rum.
Now, Rhonda telling y'all not to get married. What
Yeah.
I'm gonna say to you guys is this: if you gonna charge me for events, if you're gonna charge me for your wedding, you better have placed some investment in me prior to you getting a wedding. Because I need to know, like, man, you know what? Dude, every time I go over there, they take care of this, they take care of that. So now I don't mind paying X amount of dollars or what they asking because I know it's going to be a show when I get there. Or, guys, my takeaway is just have a wedding, but ask people for all cash gifts or gift cards. It accomplishes the same thing. It accomplishes the same thing, guys. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? This way people can put whatever amount of money they want to put in the card or whatever. They can get you the $50 gift card, the $25 Visa gift card. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, I'm telling you right now, if you gonna do this, that means you need to let people into your relationship a lot of your own. Okay, so that they know that whatever you charge is worth it because they've been having these experiences where you pay all the time. Remember, guys, when you plant a seed, that seed can harvest. But if you ain't planting no seed in these people, don't ask them for no harvest. Because that's what it really come down to, man. Y'all know what it is. It's Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm a real cigar Jeff, man. Y'all do me a favor. Look below in the description. Support the channel. Get the merch, man. Y'all get down in the comment section, man. Jeff and Rhonda crazy or they own something. Man, I'm going to tell you, bro. We appreciate y'all, man. Everybody watching it more and more. I got to thank my resident relationship expert. Let her tell y'all where y'all can find it on the socials.
You can find me on Instagram at RMBLMBT, even if I
And
don't
man,
respond.
y'all know what it is. Don't forget, if you hadn't already, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, we gonna holler.